Hey everyone, and welcome to What Did I Miss, where today I'm going to be breaking down the new teasers that were shown during the first Contact Day event for Star Trek Picard, Discovery, and Lower Decks. I will also cover some other interesting details that were released about the future of Star Trek, including a Star Trek invention set in my hometown in 2022. If this is your first time here, my name is Eric and I cover any and all news concerning Star Trek, so be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so YouTube will let you know when I hear more news about upcoming projects. Up until now, we have only been given hints at when we will see newer Star Trek, mostly due to the COVID crisis changing not only the shooting schedule of these series, but also the current production is taking longer than usual due to the new protocols put in place. But with all 5 series now in production and filming, Star Trek was able to make a large demonstration with all this new content and get fans eager to see more of these shows. Here, I will go into detail on each teaser shown, while also revealing other details about the upcoming seasons of each, including release dates, casting details, and more. If you enjoy this video and would like to support the channel, you can hit that like button and let me know in the comments which series you are most excited for and why. I will say that while at times the panels were a bit long-winded, for the most part I thought it was a pretty informative event that delivered some decent reveals for the near future. One thing that always impresses me about these panels for Star Trek is that you can tell how much being a part of this universe means to all the people involved. For instance, on 2 separate panels, someone was asked what was their first introduction to Star Trek, and on each they remembered the Chekhov ear slug scene from Wrath of Khan, which is something that I remember seeing at a young age, and it is obvious that all 3 of us are from different backgrounds. This event really accentuated the impact that Star Trek has had and continues to have on the populace, and it was a great way to start up the Star Trek train for 2021. Alright, so let's get started by talking about the very brief but still revealing teaser for the second season of Star Trek Picard. One of the biggest bombshells dropped today is the return of John Delancey as the being Q in live action form. If you do follow the channel, I put out a couple of videos a few weeks ago in which I hypothesized that this was happening due to some different hints that were released, and it appears that Q will play a big part in the second season of Picard. The teaser itself does not include any new scenes, but it does pan around what looks like to be Picard's study, and there are some very interesting items present. Honestly, I could probably do a whole video just about this teaser, so I'm going to go over what I see kind of briefly so I can get to everything, but if you would like me to go into more depth, let me know in the comments. As we hear Sir Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard discuss how time changes and shapes our lives, we see a clock, and then on his desk, we see a broken tablet. This is from a Star Trek series that Picard has appeared on, but it probably isn't the one you would automatically consider. This is the tablet from the Deep Space Nine episode The Reckoning, in which Benjamin Sisko, played by Avery Brooks, breaks the tablet after becoming obsessive about an ancient Bajoran text that he can't translate. Next, over the fireplace we see a painting of the Enterprise C, which I believe is the one featured in his ready room, as well as an ammonite, which is a fossil that was shown in Picard's ready room in the movie Star Trek First Contact, which makes it sort of fitting that it shows up again now. We then get a glimpse of Picard's old comm badge, as well as the book The Long Dark Tunnel involving Dixon Hill, which was a holo novel character that Picard frequently played. The next book we see is Paradise Lost, which could have a lot of meanings, but I think that is actually a reference to Frankenstein. In the book, the Frankenstein monster finds the book and reads it, and the fact that it is placed with another book we know Picard would read may symbolize how Picard sees himself now, which is either a singular being like Adam, who is in the book, or a monster made up of dead parts like Frankenstein, who is reading it. Next, we see a really cool shot of the Stargazer, which was a ship that Picard served on before the Enterprise. It's curious that in the chain of events in this teaser that we see the Enterprise before the Stargazer, as that is the opposite of how they would have appeared in Picard's life. Then we get a shot of an hourglass, and if you notice, the sand is going the wrong way. This, along with seeing the Stargazer after the Enterprise, makes me believe that these are hints that we will be looking back on Picard's life in the second season. The next reveal all but confirms it, as we see a Queen of Hearts card dissipate into sand and centers on the Q. I believe this may mean that we will see a plotline similar to the Next Generation episode Tapestry, in which Q allowed Picard to relive part of his life. Then we hear Q say the words, "The trial is never over." This, of course, is a reference to the first time we met Q in the series premiere of The Next Generation, one of my favorite episodes, Encounter at Farpoint. There, Q put Picard on trial for the crimes of humanity, and we may see a return to that courtroom or storyline in the second season. During the panel, it was also revealed that Brent Spiner will be returning for the second season, as well as the other members of the principal cast. In not so great news, it does appear that we will not see the new season until 2022, but hopefully it will be shortly after the year turns over that the new season will start. So what do you think after seeing this teaser? Does it get you any more excited for the second season of Picard? I just did a rewatch of Picard not too long ago, and I enjoyed the show, so I look forward to seeing how an aged Q will work into this storyline. Next, I will go over the Star Trek Discovery teaser and news. This one was the longest, so again, I will go over details, but if you like a more in-depth look or still have questions, just let me know in the comments. Continuing the Star Trek tradition of narrating over a teaser, teaser, here, Sonequa Martin Green as Michael Burnham talks about how they are living in uncertain times. The first thing that stands out is that the crew are in new uniforms, after just switching to new uniforms at the end of Season 3. During the panel, it was revealed that the uniform colors were changed because the prior color blended in with the colors on the walls of the bridge, so they had to make a change. I'm sure this will also be used to show a passage of time in their universe, as various other characters look like they have updated their look, such as Lieutenant Detmer, who seems to have changed her prosthetic, obviously updating to the technology available in the 32nd century. We also see that Elurian may be serving on the Discovery, although he is wearing the old-style uniform. I'm not sure what alien this is, so if you know, please let me know in the comments. We hear Anthony Rapp as Paul Stamets say that there is a part of space that is 5 light years wide that contains a gravitational anomaly. We have seen these in Star Trek before, most notably in Star Trek Enterprise, as this is what effect the sphere builder's spheres would have on the space around them. I put out a video before we knew the cause of the burn about how the sphere builders may be involved, and it would be awesome to see them here. While we hear Stamets, we get a shot of the new Discovery, along with some other very cool looking ships, and I can't wait to find out what these all are. We then see a character who talks like she is not part of the Federation, and her facial ridges almost look Cardassian, so I wonder if she is a different species or perhaps part human and part Cardassian. We get a cool shot of this new character with President Trina, as well as Burnham's mother in the background, and Admiral Vance in the front. We also see Adira and Gray, and it looks like Gray is still in their non-corporeal form, and I hope that they get a real body early in the season so they can be more involved. Then we get a really cool shot of Burnham, Tilly, and Burnham's mother in what looks like the Temple of Doom, and they are all wearing swords, which hints that energy-based weapons may not work in this area. After that, we get an awesome shot of Saru in a new uniform, but I don't think he wears it for long, as you see someone with Kelpian hands wearing a red command uniform at the end of the trailer. I also thought this shot was pretty interesting of Cleveland, Booker, and Stamets on what looks like Navarre with Trina, and it looks like she is mind melding with Booker. I'm sure this has something to do with the use of a spore drive, as Anthony Rapp did hint that his character would have more and different things to do this season. It was also revealed that the 4th season will premiere in 2021, but an exact date was not given. Well, these were all the big moments that I picked out in the teaser, but again, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you would like me to do a video for each teaser. Next up is Lower Decks, and I have to say that every time I listen to Mike McMahon, the creator of the show, I love this show even more because you can tell that he is just a fan that you could talk to about Trek for hours. Not only did he reveal a teaser for the upcoming 2nd season, but we also were told that the 2nd season will begin airing on August 12th, 2021, and that a 3rd season of the show has already been greenlit. The teaser is basically all Easter eggs, and the only real look at the plot of the 2nd season is that we see Boimler still serving on the Titan, but I will go through all the Easter eggs I saw in order. First, we see a Mugatu that was referenced in the 1st season of Lower Decks, but it was also seen in the original series episode A Primitive Little War. We then see Ensign Mariner taking part in Ambo Jitsu, which Riker and his father Kyle were shown to be fond of in the Next Generation episode The Icarus Factor. I think here we see Boimler on a mission with the crew of the Titan, and they may be undercover as they are not wearing their uniforms. Then we get a hilarious shot of Mariner in a Cardassian interrogation room, similar to the one Picard was in the 2nd part of the Next Generation episode Chain of Command, which included the famous 4 lights scene, which are visible in the background. We see Rutherford freaking out, and this may be his implant acting up again, which was a plot point in the 1st season. Then it looks like Mariner has gotten herself thrown into the brig, as Ensign Tendi wonders what Boimler is up to on the Titan, as we see him on the bridge, unable to discern the jazz-like commands from Captain Riker. Finally, we see that the show will return on August 12th of this year, and I can't wait, as the show really grew on me, and honestly, I think I enjoyed this teaser the most of the 3. Besides the announcement that a documentary will be released about the life of Nichelle Nichols, we also got some news about the upcoming new series Prodigy, which will air this year as well. First, we learned that while Kate Mulgrew will be reprising the role of Catherine Janeway, it will be in holographic form on a derelict ship in the Delta Quadrant. This was sort of already assumed, as the producers have referred to the character in Prodigy as Captain Janeway, and from the movie Insurrection we know that she was promoted to the position of Admiral, and it is not likely that she would do anything to lose it. We get our first glimpse of the Captain in animated form, and in true Janeway fashion, Miss Mulgrew said that after seeing the first draft of the character, she made the creators, in her words, draw her less beautifully, and she finally agreed to a modified design. The creators also revealed that one of the crew has a connection to an original series episode, and if you have any theories, I would love to hear them. Having the series exist in the Delta Quadrant is really smart, as the show can intersect with species that we know from the show Voyager, while not bumping up against any of the other series currently ongoing in the universe. It will also be interesting to find out how a hologram of Janeway arrived in the Delta Quadrant on a ship. The only time I can remember a hologram of Janeway that did not solely exist on Voyager was in the episode The Thaw, in which a hologram of Janeway was transported to an alien planet to outsmart another hologram that was an evil clown. If you have not seen it, I know it sounds dumb, but if you have seen it, I bet you think it was one of the best episodes of Voyager, so it'd be cool if it was referenced again. But let me know in the comments, are you excited for this series now that we know how Janeway is involved? The last big announcement, and the one that really pawned my far, was that a Star Trek convention was announced for April of 2022 and will be in my hometown, Chicago, Illinois. I know exactly where it is headed, as the coordinates were teased the day before by the Star Trek website, and I can't wait to go as a fan and cover it for everyone here. I also want to add that I'm running a contest until April 30th, 2021, and 2 supporters of the channel are going to get these limited edition Captain Kirk Funko Pops. On May 1st, I'll pick one random commenter that is a subscriber and one person who has joined the new WDIM Discord server. So all you have to do to be entered is be a subscriber to this channel and comment on a video from now until April 30th, 2021. And you can join the Discord server and be entered there as well. This gives everyone a lot of chances to win, and if we get 50 people to join the Discord server, I will add another Funko Pop to that prize. And I should say that we are really close to 50, so if you are into Discord, I would say join. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time on What Did I Miss?